Hey, welcome to the DBB channel, and I am finally back with another video. Alright, so this video is going to be actually the tournament last Swiss round, alright, between Hero and the new SAO Progressive. Alright, so definitely there's been a lot of new deck introductions since I left for quite a while, but today we are actually seeing Shy back again because honestly Shy rate is actually very aggressive and very strong. I would say it's actually one of the most faster paced deck. Definitely a very annoying effects they have as well. But let's not forget about Progressive. Now this is the final table, or at the top table, and we actually do see the Asuna coming down, and we actually do see the staples, alright, and these staples being the draw one, discard one, are actually the red target for their good cards as well, and that's actually a telltale sign of a very good deck. Now we actually do see the Kirito Vanilla coming down in the straight in the front line, potentially posing against that potential aggressive play for the red Shy. It does deter him successfully as he doesn't push up the Shy here. Does actually play the Eco, preparing his energy line, and we actually do see a counter play with the Shy here. Given that it's actually a 3k body, the Kirito won't be able to swing through, and the right play will definitely have to build his own energy line once again. Now, personally, after going through what Progressive actually do, I would say Progressive is definitely a very skilled based deck. In what sense? Because actually you do have to really do very well with your 3 AP turn, and you actually have to prioritize what cards to save in your hand and what cards to not to, and actually the opponent will actually have a headache, alright, playing against the deck as well, given that it has so much unblockable attacks and ridiculous impact ones and minus BP. So actually 5k bodies don't actually stand a chance against the 5k or the Progressive deck in general. Now, don't mind the auto framing or auto focus or auto exposure on this video. I would say I didn't lock it, so it's actually pretty wonky, I would say. But we do see the Teru, alright, basically a Shy card, looking at top card, and actually decided to put it back to the bottom of the deck here. It's actually a decent card as well because it's actually a 1 energy 1.5k body, and we do see the Shy coming down already. It's actually played in the active here because it does have eco in the area. Does swing for 3k, hitting to a color trigger. Very well done here, given that he can actually play the Asuna. The Asuna will allow him to draw one card. And let's not forget the drop zone was actually created thanks to the Asuna Yuki. Very simple on play, drawing one, discarding one. And we actually do see the Kirito being let go immediately, and a Shy actually being Shy, going back to the energy line. Now the Kirito being let go here is actually a very smart play for the right player here because it will not actually have any potential swing at the opponent already, and we do see one of the key cards for the Progressive, the Mito, and it's actually a double energy, so it's actually pretty nice. It's actually one of the red target as well, as we do see it coming down, and it actually have a bunch of pretty decent effect, and one of it being able to play Asuna for free. And this Asuna allows you to actually look at a top card, and of course if you don't like it, you can just discard it straight away. Don't look at it here. And this actually helps him to build up the trash, and of course the looking through what kind of cards you actually want to see, and we actually see him putting up in the top deck because it's actually a Mito, and Mito is pretty strong. And one of the ace card in the deck is actually Asuna herself, given that it actually has impact 1 upon raiding, and as long as the opponent have a card with less BP than its original, it actually can withstand the attacks. So it's actually a multi-battle deck with a bunch of minusing BP. Really strong, alright, against 5k bodies as I mentioned, and we do see a barrage of attacks here, and the red Shy is actually going to take up to 4 life here. Does hit a very fortunate special here. It's going to actually clear off the Mito, and if there's no special, we actually do see him potentially hitting to 3 life, and he will actually have to deal with the Mito as well as the Asuna. And Mito does actually have a very ridiculous unblockable effect, whereby opponent cards with 2k or less actually can't block, and that's actually majority of the Shy cards as well. And we do see a special flame character 1 stroke, alright, killing that Asuna with a 1 stroke here. Actually do see the Mianlong coming down, and Mianlong is actually definitely a card that's very annoying, alright, very similar to Asuna here. And if you guys can start to see the pattern, the top decks is actually very annoying given that they have cards like this, and Mianlong does have one very ridiculous skill whereby you can actually choose 1 card and the opponent card can't attack. So he can only defend here, and we shall see whether he will let go the Asuna. He's going to eat 1 more life here, eating to 4. We does hit into a draw trigger here. Not going to do too much here, but I think it's time to let that card go. Oh, he's going to take 1 more life, hitting to another draw trigger. Very well played there, because draw trigger and drawing into the nuts here is definitely what you want, especially in this kind of comeback kind of game. Alright, we do see the Mito being coming down, actually stunning the Mianlong. Very interesting play, because I thought you actually stun one of the lesser priority cards, given that you want them to force to block with the Mian Long, but I don't think he actually have enough plays because he actually do have 2 Asunas in the front line. And we actually do see the pendant option card here, and each option actually allows the Asuna to not be able to be chosen through a character effect. Very interesting because it does tie very well against Mian Long. Because Mian Long, once he actually can stun the Asuna will not be able to actually do any multi-battle here. And the Asuna here, we're actually going to swing first, alright, with the Impact 1, standing that Mito. Very weak play in my opinion because the Mito is just only a 1.5 KPB. And we do actually hit into a second final for the Red Shy here. Very unfortunate. It's not going to trigger anything. And we actually see him actually blocking straight away with the 0 cost, with the Asuna swing. And this will just conclude the turn because very unfortunate. Mian Long does actually stun one of the Asunas and the Mito won't be able to swing across the Shy. And we do actually see an AP draw 1 here. And this is where games start to become slightly sweaty here because, you know, both players are just throwing bodies left and right, and the cards, alright, basically the Asuna as well as the Mian Long, which is actually very annoying, will actually prevail. And we actually do see the Eco rate as well as the Mian Long rate actually doing some work here because it's going to pump power to all the small bodies here. I think it's believed it's going to pump to the 1.5k bodies, making them 2.5, alright, making them hit over those Asunas. Very unfortunate. And we actually do see another stun on the Asuna once again. Very unfortunate. Does hit into a get trigger. Alright, not gonna do too much here. The Shy will swing with the 3k body here, and I believe he's gonna block with the Asuna very effectively here. And of course, the 2.5k bodies will actually be swinging, and this is where he actually forced the 2 Asuna into the outside area here. Very well played by the Shy, I would say, because those bodies hitting 2.5 actually makes him very annoying because you can't actually successfully block those attacks. And we actually do see one of the other key cards, alright, it being Kirito, a damage 2. Actually allows you to play Asuna for free from the drop zone, alright, very, you know, husbandy, alright. And we do actually see him actually go for the on-play draw 1 Asuna, and we do see another Asuna Yuki here drawing 1, discarding 1. And the progressive deck, alright, does have actually quite a decent amount of draw power and reusability. And let's not forget one of the potential I'll say perks of a deck now is actually being able to spawn bodies. Alright, cheating out bodies with the same APs is actually what allows you to actually progress in this game and actually gain those advantage. As we can see, the right player here does actually have 7 bodies onto the field, even though we actually do see some specials and, you know, the bodies being blocking the Red Shy aggressive play, and we do see all the Shy coming to the front line here. And this is where the Shy actually is getting pretty decent, alright, because the Mian Long is surviving for almost the 3rd turn here, and we actually do see him actually having those bodies to pump power with, especially the Eco and Mian Long herself. These cards are actually very annoying because all those cards are actually hitting for 4k here, and the progressive doesn't actually have any cards to actually block with. They don't actually have any 4.5k bodies and something like that. And we do see him actually eating to 1 life here, hitting to another color trigger, but very unfortunate because he's actually, you know, if he blocked with 1 attack first before eating to that color trigger, he'll actually gain that 1 body here. But unfortunately, he's gonna actually, you know, replace one of the Asuna Yuki, allowing him to actually draw his card 1, but not actually gaining any bodies here, replacing the body instead. And we do see actually Shy hitting for 4k here, and we do see the Asuna Yuki being blocked away. Another 4k swing, I believe, and the Asuna will have to be let go because it's actually a burden, alright, with the Mian Long skill stunning her. And we do see the Mito going to block their last attack, and the Shy will actually go back to the energy line being Shy, and the Eco will actually allow the Shy from the energy line to push back to the front line, making sure that they will have their 4 front line. And we actually do see the special finally coming out to actually kill off the Mian Long, and the game got so drastic because of the Mian Long surviving for 3 turns. Stunning for 3 turns is actually pretty nuts, and we do see the Mito once again, which allows him to actually play the Asuna for free from the hand. It's going to discard the top deck because Kirito ain't going to do too much, and we really need to see the Asuna once again. But with only 3 energy in the 3 energy line, not going to do too much, but we do see the Mito coming down, stunning the Shy. And of course, with the Kirito as well as the Mito, they can actually minus BP, which allows the Shy to not be able to block. But I would say the left player definitely have the advantage here, as he does eat the life here, putting down into 2. But we do see another special coming out, and the right player is shaking literally because 2 special from life is sick, I would say. And the right player actually haven't seen any special until the last turn to kill off that Mian Long. And I would say it's pretty much too late. Alright, because we do see 3 front line for the right player here, and the left player is actually going to start pushing bodies to the front line. Let's go for the AP draw on first before pushing out the Shy. Let's play out the Shy, of course. Going for the Teru, which allows him to look at top card, and then going to raid to that Shy, which we haven't seen before. It can't be blocked by 4K or higher, and that's actually allow him to on play give 1K to 1 card. I think he missed out this portion. Let's go for the eco to actually give 1K power to the back of the energy line first. The Shy is going to swing, he's going to block with their Mito, which is going to make him go back to the energy line because he's Shy. And the swing will go through here, hitting to just a special, very unfortunately being the last life. And this is how the hero Shy wins. Now this is the Shy deck list if you guys are interested in. And this on the other hand is the progressive deck if you guys are interested as well. Thank you for watching till the end, and do consider subscribing, dropping a like and a comment if you guys do enjoy the content.